This is John Ahrens with Hydrogen Tap. What you're looking at here is the project I've been working on. There's your fluorescent light, which I'm sure you're familiar with that in the stores. And I've got a meter in series with that and that battery you see there. That battery is a 12-volt battery. If you look real close, you'll notice that milliamp meter there is registering 0. That is registering what's between the fluorescent light and the battery, the current that's running that light. The digital meter you see there is across the battery. And here is an analog meter across the battery so that we don't get any misrepresentation. So we're going to focus on that for a second. Give you a closer view. So we've got a light operating essentially at 0. And here's the digital again. The milliamp meter. And by changing this dial here on the frequency, I change the amount of amps, so to speak, that's going through it. By adjusting that frequency just right, we have a 0 gain. But we have a light. Not quite sure why. To the right of that, we have that 0.20, which is in series with the battery. So what we're doing is sending a pulse through the battery through this meter, which is showing 0.20 milliamps. So no matter what goes on, somewhere there's 0.20 milliamps being used up. But if you look at that meter there, we're actually not showing any loss across the battery. There probably is a gain. Now, one more thing that we're going to do is there is a computer fan, and what we're going to do is hook it up. Wait a minute. I'll take it off for you so you can see it stopping. And then we're going to hook it up. So now we've got a small fan hooked up. This is what it's doing to the amperage going through the system. There's your voltage drop, slight bit. Still the same light. And if you look real careful, you see the milliamps go up. Now watch what happens. I'm going to tune the frequency to 0. That's the meter that is running that light. That's the milliamp meter that's going through the light. There's your fan. Here's the amps going through the system. And there's your voltage drop. Now if we watch, we're going to see what happens. It looks as if once this is tuned back to 0, the battery is being charged back up. So in other words, the system somehow or other is putting back the charge that is running this fan. At this point in time, I don't know why. Actually, I should say I don't know where. So there's the milliamp meter. That's 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, and 0.8 parts of a milliamp. So what I'm going to do is bring this meter back in line again by adjusting the frequency. And it looks like we have something going on here. So that meter is across the battery. That's the voltage drop. And this is John Aarons.